it just feels wild. Oh, wow. Whoa. I think this is a sleeping circle. Hey there, it's good to see you. Today, the mission is to check out that thing that might be a spaceman geoglyph, and I'm pretty excited. We're getting pretty close to the location, and this almost looks like a cleared little circle here. Heart-shaped cactus. Alrighty, we're almost there, and this does to me look like an older trail. There's even this big dead tree in the middle of it, and it is what it is. Like, if it's more modern, then that's a bit of a bummer, but we're just trying to find the truth here. Whoa. It's hard to tell what it is from here, like without looking at it from above. It almost just looks like a pile of rocks. Whoa. Unfortunately, I had some technical issues with the drone on this adventure, so I had to use some footage from the previous episode in order to show what this structure looks like from above. As mentioned in the previous episode, we think this could possibly be a spaceman geoglyph similar to the one found at the Nazca lines. And I additionally wanted to mention that both me and my father have seen some strange and mysterious lights up on this mountain at night and in the sky above it numerous times before in the past. Could this area be some kind of UFO hotspot? Could the glyph be connected to that? I wonder. Sedona itself is considered by many to be one of the biggest UFO hotspots in the whole world. And I've personally seen so many over the course of my life that I've lost count. Many native people also talk about the star people and even refer to them in their legends. Some claim that it is considered to be an honor to meet with them. I just get a weird feeling here. Here's that white rock with the red stripe in the middle that was pointing down. Whoa. Whether it's modern or not, whoever made it did a pretty good job, even though it's fallen apart a lot over the years. Whoa, it just feels wild. I think it's really cool, whether it's modern or not. Like, I just feel like a spiritual energy, like whoever made it put their spirit into it. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's what it feels like. I don't really see any evidence of it being carved into the red rock like I thought. but I don't know for sure because it's like so much gravel and stuff could be sort of covering that up. I'll look close and see if there's... Oh, what is this? Huh. Is that more modern? Looks like a crystal. I've seen similar iridescent glow on some of these golden colored crystals. And then there's some like sponges and some crystals, but nothing really. That's a cool sponge up there under that one. Almost like a little mystery rock there. At this point, I truly think it's amazing, regardless of how old it is. I'm gonna follow this trail and see if it leads anywhere before I get the drone out and then get a shot with myself. Oh, that's interesting. To give size perspective, that looks like a classic mystery rock right there. Have my doubts someone did that in more modern times. And then right down here, bit curious. I don't know. It looks kind of like a snake geoglyph, or I don't know if geoglyph is the right word, but this snake-looking thing also has some desert varnish on it. I think they are most likely connected. You can really see the half circle from this angle, and those are some big rocks. It leads right to the thingy, the spaceman. I did find a couple of modern looking cairns nearby and this little green thing, so I'm pretty sure at least someone or a few people know about this spot. However, when I was looking at the footage, I noticed what looks like desert varnish on the surface of a good portion of the white rocks of this structure and some of the volcanic ones as well. I asked AI how old it might be, and while there's no studies done on desert varnish in Sedona specifically, there were some done in similar climates in Arizona. I then asked what it could be based on those other studies, and it said, quote, initial thin coatings, barely noticeable to the eye, might begin to develop on new surfaces over hundreds to a few thousand years. Well-developed, darker varnish that you see on many Sedona rocks most likely represents many thousands to tens of thousands of years of accumulation. So, if that is accurate, it would indicate this structure is at least a few hundred or a few thousand years old, which is very, very exciting to me. And I'm more and more thinking this is indeed a genuine archaeological discovery. All right, I'm sorry. I just don't know what to do. I can't get the drone working. I tried everything I can think of. And I gotta get back before it gets dark. Plus, it's actually pretty windy, and I was a little worried about flying in this wind anyways. May be better that I just don't fly the drone, but I'm kind of disappointed because I really wanted to get a shot of me standing next to it and like waving. I think that would have been really cool. Pretty bummed, but at the very least I'll just stand in front of it and use the GoPro to sort of try to give you an idea of how big it is. There we go, that's pretty good right there. Oh well, we tried. And I'll come back again someday and get a drone shot, most likely. Another awesome tree, full of so much character and personality. This kind of looks like a heart shape to me. This could, of course, have happened naturally like this, but I am a little suspicious that it's almost like a guard wall. I've seen these quite a bit on these shelves. It's not very much, but this does look like a little wall right here. I saw something sparkling over here, and I looked for a while and didn't see anything. Then walked away and looked again, and here it is. I'm pretty sure this is it. There's a quartz crystal here just sticking out of the mud. There appears to be a small piece of bone here, and the edge of it is really sharp. I wonder if this might be some kind of little tool or something. There's some really cool geology here. It almost looks metamorphic, but it's not. There's another sort of guard post looking area. This is really pretty looking. I wonder if it got struck by lightning or something. These trees are so cool. This looks like a little mound and... Hi, Mom. I'm okay, everything's good. I'm just a little late, later than I would have liked. Sort of. I mean, I had some issues, including the drone wasn't working, so I wasn't able to get some shots that I wanted to get. No, it won't connect. So I'm gonna check it again in a minute here and see if it works again, but no, it looks like it's still not. Oh, now it's working? Oh my God, it's working now. That is very strange. I have to, like, I was seriously wondering if maybe there was like vortex energy that, yeah. Like maybe the vortex, like maybe that's why they built that there, is because the vortex energy is so strong. Okay. Sounds good. I'll see you in like an hour or so. Thank you, I will. Bye, I love you. It's got a very like square shape to it. I wonder if someone pulled those blocks off to make a little shelter here. Look how that makes like a big wall over there, kind of. Maybe a little water collecting thing there, but what I wanted to film was this. Whoa! That is so cool. This is curious right here. Someone definitely put that there, in my opinion. Here's another very suspicious one. That definitely looks weird. Almost feels like it's tucked under this piece right here, which is very strange, but cool, whatever's going on. This totally feels like a staircase. This definitely looks very curious. Like a staircase going up here. Oh wow. I was really hoping that I would stumble onto something just going randomly through the wilderness. I don't know what this was here, but the reason that I think that is something is not just because of this little mound over here. Whoa. I think this is a sleeping circle. I really have my doubts that this is some kind of modern thing. Doesn't look like there's a couple scratches in there, but that was probably an animal because I don't see any footprints or anything. Whoa. Stuff like this is really exciting for me. I have to wonder if anyone has ever seen this in modern times. I wonder what those two crystals in the middle are. I don't want to walk inside of it because it just feels like I shouldn't, you know, but maybe we can get a closer look. Cool, these fossils coming out of the rock here. Let's check out this stuff over here from the other side. See if we can try to understand it better. It definitely looks suspicious, like these trees and stuff are growing up through it and like displacing the rocks and knocking them around. I think I kind of see like a perimeter. I think this might be another sort of sleeping circle. Whoa, that is just really interesting and intriguing looking. Really makes me wonder what was going on here. I didn't even know what a sleeping circle was, but a while back, my father found this old book published in 1939 titled Early Lithic Industries of the Lower Basin of the Colorado River and Adjacent Desert Areas by archaeologist Malcolm J. Rogers. To be clear, there is some debate as to if these circles were used for sleeping, though to us, it seems like the most likely scenario. In this excerpt, the author essentially claims over 10,000 of these were in an area on the west side of the Colorado Desert. Quote, "Their number can only be conjectured. It is safe to say there are over 10,000 of them in the total area, for the writer has counted 500 of them in one area 3 miles square." That is super fascinating to me to think about, and makes me wonder how many there could be even further beyond that area. These sleeping circles were linked by Malcolm J. Rogers to the human people, which later became reclassified as the Patayan people, who we believe are connected to some of the significant discoveries we've made in this area. They are sometimes referred to as the old people, and it's a bit weird, in my opinion, how little they are mentioned these days, to the point I could barely find anything about them being in the Sedona area when I was searching online. Tying back into the potential geoglyph from earlier, there have been other geoglyphs found in Arizona, the most famous being the Blythe Intaglios, and that site is also believed by some to have been created by the Patayan people.
And this is like way out in the wilderness, like, so it's hard to imagine any like people, like tourists or whatever, camping here. Real quick, check out this rock. I think that may be a sponge. Beautiful purple crystal. I really got to get going, but I just noticed this little mound here of some sort. This is part of that one we looked at earlier. It looks like maybe it's another sleeping circle and the trees have pushed it all around. But this, I definitely think, is something right here. Like, it's so old, the trees are growing through it. Yeah, there's a little bit of a stone lined trail here. That's another reason that I think this is genuine, because this is a really old, very faint trail. Makes much more sense that it's Native American than modern people. There's also some very significant archaeological sites close by. Well, would you look at that? It appears as if someone is trying to, hide where this old trail connects to the more, I'm not even going to say it's more modern, because this is probably a Native American trail as well. It's just, it's been continued to be used by more modern people. But yeah, it looks like someone's trying to hide that. Very, very interesting, but definitely not the first time I've seen that. That ended up being a really epic adventure. I guess I just want to say thank you again to everybody who came along on this really fun special adventure. These adventures are so much better when I know that other people are going to be watching them and sort of coming along in spirit. It just feels so much different and more interesting than when I was doing this all by myself. And I know I had my parents to share it with, and that was awesome. But to think that there could be hundreds or even thousands of people joining me right now is kind of like a mind freak. And I guess we'll see where that goes in time. But we have a bunch of more really, really special, amazing, in my opinion, discoveries coming in the near future. So I hope you come along. Hope everything's going as good as possible. And take care. And bye until next time. Oh, hey, Mom. I was moving enough that it kept my body pretty warm. Thanks for picking me up.
Yeah.
Were you waiting a while?
Not too long.
Oh, that's good.
P.S. I wanted to say that none of these adventures would have really been possible without my parents. They have both played such a major role in their own unique ways, and these have been some of the best memories of my life. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you so much. I also wanted to quickly say that there's a lot of clickbait out there, especially in this adventure genre, and I suspect some people are even planting fake artifacts. We consider ourselves to be very honest, and we are not doing that kind of stuff. If I thought this geoglyph thing was more modern, I wouldn't upload it in the first place.